Hello there, Comic-Con fans. We are back in San Diego, obviously, doing another one of our updates down here. We're actually down here shooting a bunch of video for the annual, until the last few years, off-site video that we do. We're kind of give a lot of tips about all sorts of things outside of the convention center. But that said, we did want to do a quick live here with some specific details about some spots. And so we're going to take you around and kind of show you. I'm going to flip the camera around here. Some more of the food offerings and things, because we know people have been asking about like the 4th area, 6th Street, etc. And so we want to take you there. Hello there in the chat. So we're starting out here at 4th and J. And so you can see, if you're not familiar with the area, there is the convention center straight ahead there, and then you've got the Hilton Gaslamp on the left. So we want to give an idea too for anybody that's maybe going to be doing the Mooby's pop-up that Kevin Smith has down here in crew, just kind of the distance, some of the things in between it, other offsites that you might come across as well. So thank you for being in the chat, and thank you to those of you saying thank you. So here we are, 4th and J. We've got a couple food spots here. There's a coffee stand there, which currently has limited hours. Not sure if that'll change during Comic-Con time. Over there, the Gaslamp Social closed down, and also on the corner here, Dupar's is gone. So with Dupar's, that was a favorite spot for us, but it is long gone. Here we've got our sushi stop, still in business and still hanging in there. Did want to point out too, a lot more of the banners have gone up. In fact, they're all the way up on 5th now, so it really is starting to look like Comic-Con. So if you are heading to the Mooby's off-site, tickets have been on sale for a bit there for the meals. And, oh, thank you, Amanda, very much. Tickets have been on sale. They're also doing nighttime showings. I know Fat Man Beyond just sold out, but those tickets are going pretty fast. I know one of the things for us with offsites that cost, it's always kind of a debate on, there's so many free things at Comic-Con. Do we want to pay for anything? And also the debate of time. And like right now, we don't know a lot of what our schedule is going to be. So we are actually very interested in the Mooby's offsite, but I don't know if we'll end up doing it or not, because it's just kind of early to be making that decision for us at least. So over here, as we're making our way down, we've got the Grand Horton Theater, which has been of Comic-Con use at times. Something to keep an eye on there. Also wanted to point out this little, I think it's called, what was it, Carmel? The Gaslamp Museum? Yes. The Gaslamp Museum over here on the corner. It's got this little courtyard area, and D23 has used it a few times, Disney, and they did like a really great Nightmare Before Christmas offsite there that was really easily accessible. And every time we were in the area, it was pretty, it wasn't very busy, and it was just kind of a fun little hidden away gem over here. So you never know what things pop up. That was one of those things that was announced after Comic-Con had begun, if I recall, or something like that, because I remember we learned about it on social media from somebody posting about visiting. Mama Dios, coming soon. Not sure if that's going to be there. I mean, this continues a trend as we've been showing these various places of what's actually there and what says coming soon, and not knowing if coming soon means in time for Comic-Con. We'd imagine all of these places would want to be open in time for Comic-Con. Again, that's that courtyard that's been used for Comic-Con in the past. Salt and Whiskey at the Horton Grand Hotel. If you're staying at the Horton Grand, this is your spot over there, and Salt and Whiskey is open as of now. All right, Flux. Looks like they're open for clubbing on the weekends, but not anything else right now. Pretty beaten down over here. So again, this could become the next great activation, or it could be blank and nothing at all. Here, across the way, more clothes. El Cabron is open for business. We've never eaten there, but we've heard really good things about their salsa, just their burritos there as well. So again, in this, you're getting a sense of kind of how far things are, as well as we're walking here. We still have another, block and a half until we get to that offsite. So if you are going to be heading to Mooby's, whatever day it is, you're going to want to really build some time in. Remember, all these walkways are going to be so much more crowded on those times. Now, Dublin Square seems to be gone. We've not seen any activity over there. La Puerta is open, and they have the additional seating. And if you followed along with our videos, you know that we've talked about these these on-street seating quite a bit, the spaces for places seating. And I believe it's July 13th that all the businesses have to make a decision of whether or not they're going to file permits to try to continue it or not. All right, so now we are at 4th and Market. The Royal India Exquisite Indian Cuisine is still open there. So we're going to cross over. If you're interested in 5th, we do have that on a different video. We did that live, I think it was last weekend if I remember correctly. So we're sticking on 4th and going to go up to G this time around. But if you are interested in 5th, if you've not been in San Diego in a while, you can check that out on our channel. Like I said, I think that was last weekend. I will say while we're waiting for the light here, if you've been away from Comic-Con for a while, the Horton Plaza, which for us was always a fun place to stop, to maybe go to the movies on Monday or Tuesday, to maybe go to the comic shop there, etc. It's all gone. Or at least everything that we used to do there is gone. Lots of office space and things like that, but not something that was part of our Comic-Con experience at all in 2019, and definitely not since all of the challenges down here with closures and everything. So again, another empty spot here. It's really interesting being down here hunting for off-site stuff, because there are so many buildings like this that could totally become off-sites, or it could just be closed up spots. There's so much room down here, unlike any past Comic-Con, for off-site activations. So Carmel's pointing out the Funky Garcia's Mexican Eatery there, which looks boarded up, but there's also homemade ice cream right next to it. So on Market, ice cream on Market there. And last we looked, Ghirardelli was still functional down on 5th as well. I know that's a hot spot for a lot of people during Comic-Con. The Werewolf is open. We know that is a very popular spot for a lot of people. And again, we've got the outdoor seating as well. That may or may not be here if you're coming down for Comic-Con. I always love that mural though. Food, wine, booze, beer, and Werewolf. Tough to beat. The Shout House, rock and roll dueling pianos, also open here. Which one? So if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con's unofficial blogs party on Sunday night, the after Comic-Con party, it is here at the garage. And so they are open for business. If you're coming out for the party, we will see you there. Or you may want to just check it out on your own. Are you answering the one about how far away? All right. And here we come up to Tin Roof. This is going to be taken over as Mooby. So obviously it's going to get a big paint change, or at least a skinning of colors, stickers, all that fun stuff. But this will be the Mooby's pop-up fast food joint. So you get an idea of the distance here. It is a good walk, so you're gonna give yourself, I mean, honestly, for us, we'd probably be leaving the convention floor about an hour before our time was if we're coming down here. If you see way down there, there is the convention center. But again, there's just gonna be a lot of foot traffic. And also, if you're like us, you might get distracted with off-sites. You walk by and there's some activation going on or some signage and you want to check that out. So you can see the building has seen better days here. Welcome to the world famous Tin Roof. We have never been to this spot before, but if we go during this con, it'll be in a different form anyway, with Mooby's being there. Good times, great eats. And again, they'll be having nightly shows here. Like I said, I know Fat Man Beyond already sold out. I'm not sure about the other shows that they're doing, but you'll want to check that out. I know there was links on the SDCC unofficial blog. It was all up there, so you can check that out. Looks like we've got a staging area here inside. should imagine is going to be. We have been to Fat Man Beyond at Scum and Villainy in LA, and it looks like it can kind of mimic that setup there. Okay, for other needs in the area, 7-Eleven, easy grab and go option over there as well. It's a little deli market, Premier Martin Deli, hot dogs. But again, a lot of closures as well. So I will say, if you are walking it, which most Comic-Con attendees are, I know everywhere we go, we're always walking it. Obviously, pedicabs are an option, or the e-scooters at times and things like that. But if you're walking it, make sure you are with some people and not going to get mugged or anything along those lines. One thing we just included in our off-site video, I'll just throw it in since we're seeing one of these scooters parked right here, is these scooters. A lot has changed. You can see over there, that's where the official parking spot is for them. So there's a lot less of this, which, if my understanding of reading the articles online are correct, is illegal. They want all the scooters parked in the appropriate spots, and the companies are being held responsible for a lot of that. How is the weather today? Funny you should ask. It is, I believe, 91 the last I looked, so a lot warmer. The types of videos we're doing today in 2019, when I looked back at them, we were in sweatshirts, and it was like really chilly down here in the 60s, and that is not the case at all today. Quite warm. All right, so we are going to come back at 4 o'clock with a whole bunch of talk about Comic-Con and some of our experiences down here. So if you want to join us for that in a little bit, and we'll have a few other videos going up in the very near future as well. So thank you for tuning into this one. Until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.